Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Lerato Sebata, your procurement specialist and of course business coach. Guys, I'm back with yet another power video today. I know I have been AWOL. Ask me why. September had hands. I tell you, so many conferences, too many events. I couldn't even shoot the podcast. But we are back. It has been a minute and I'm back with another power upload. So let's get on today's video. We're going to be talking supply and delivery tender requirements and some of the mistakes that you guys do. I know most of us, when we start tendering, the easy thing to do or to look into is supply and delivery of goods and services. And of course, it's low risk, it's low barriers of entry into the business. And once you start doing it, you can actually make a lot of money. You can actually make millions of money. But I do know sometimes there's also mistakes that we still do. And I see some business owners do, even in the supplier of goods and services. So, today, I just thought, why not do a lesson where I can actually educate you and maybe just give you a nudge. You say, look at that. So next time you don't do the same mistake. So the first point I just want to talk on is ignoring delivery and logistics cost. When they say supply and deliver of goods, consumables, printing, stationery, etc., a lot of times is cost plus pricing model, right? Where you go and buy from your wholesalers and then you deliver to client. Yes, there is delivery fee that we should be paying for the delivery, but do you actually price it when you're submitting your bids? And I've seen also this mistake where one client can say, we need you to deliver maybe in Johannesburg. And they've asked you for that costing for that. And then over time, they start asking for delivery in other sites. And it was probably not part of the initial bid or initial RFQ. So in that case, what happens? You are not accounting for delivery fee. That is now further than where you've expected. Those are some of the mistakes. Or even writing maybe in your bid response to say, a delivery fee, you can't quantify it as maybe 10,000 or 5,000 or 200 Rand. But what you rather say is delivery will be charged on, per kilometer traveled. According to the 2025 tariff, published rates. So in that case, what you're doing is you're securing and protecting yourself so that you don't find a situation where now you have committed to my delivery will be 800. Kanti, once you start doing the actual service to the client, you maybe need to hire a truck. You maybe need to hire a bakkie. You're not going to be using a small, car. Or maybe now there's other sites which they've added. Because you know what, guys, procurement people are just human beings like me and you. And business specification team, also they're just human beings. They may think, I need this for now. Not seeing, once you start delivering, other business will want this, other sites will want that, and they start expanding the scope. And guess what? Sometimes procurement teams will still want you to keep to that price that you gave them. And now you have underquoted the logistics cost. So it's very important for you not just price for right now, but keep in mind, if you cannot include it in your cost, then write it as a terms and conditions to say, should the client require further service, or the out of scope services, this is how you will charge, which is what? A cost per kilometer traveled. Yeah. And also the thing of sourcing, packaging, handling fee and insurance. How many of you guys actually insure the goods that you deliver? Let's be fair. I've heard lots of stories of courier guy companies and other companies, that once they start doing deliveries, they are held, robbery and a lot of those things, they're hijacked, they steal the cars. Not necessarily they want your items that you're delivering to the client, but out there that are stealing these, delivery and courier cars. So if you did not insure the goods that are in there, what happens? You now have a liability with your client. One, with whatever goods that's stolen. Two, probably need to pay some few people that are doing work for you. And yourself, you've now lost that business. So, big mistake. We need to insure some of the things that we deliver to our clients. Even if it's as small as pen. Have insurance that you can claim from. Have some, handling fee that you've charged, so that you don't get yourself into that shenanigan. Now, mistake number 2, over promising stock availability. Yazi inzima le ndaba delivery because we rely a lot on our suppliers and wholesalers. Once the wholesaler guy says, no, I've got stock, because remember, it's a competition, it's fast move. Supply and deliver, it's RFQs that are like now, for now. You must deliver, like probably comes out today. It's a Wednesday. They need response by next week, Tuesday or Friday sometimes. And 3-5 days, you must respond to a bid. Then 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, you start delivering. Now, what happens if you don't have enough stock? And the client now says, you are playing games. So what they do is move you off their roller. Yeah, the roll. They remove you off the roll, and the team, they bring someone else. So you don't want to find yourself in that situation where you don't have enough stock. And I understand that you rely heavily on the manufacturers on this one, but you do need to have some form of agreements and MOUs with your suppliers. Don't be afraid to enter into an MOU. When you know you've got large quantities you must be delivering to your clients, have some form of contract. I mean, you're not just buying from a retail shop where you can go anytime and buy and come back and buy. No. If you're buying from wholesalers, manufacturers, make sure that you enter into supply agreements so that you can hold them accountable for the stock. And they have to confirm. And in cases where, they don't have, what are the holding stock that they're keeping and for how long are they holding the stock for, so that you can communicate that with your, clients and be able to manage your inventory accordingly. Ne? Another mistake, guys, that I see happening in the supply and delivery tenders is copying and paste, guys. Why do you copy and paste profiles? Firstly, you were probably doing a response for pens. Now you go and do response for glasses, maybe. And another company wants you to do supply and delivery maybe of machines. Because people are lazy, they copy and paste the response like, I'll just change the price, I change the client. But the write-up, somewhere, you forgot to change. It's cleaning whatever materials, it's this and that and that. Don't be that lazy. Go through each and every bit. We have AI that can assist you in terms of the writing of these tenders. And I did an article around this. Please do go read it on LinkedIn. The power of AI and self-writing tenders that we do using AI capability. It's nothing wrong, but it's how you do it so that it gives you the response that which you need to still be unique, to still communicate what you want to communicate, but in a more professional and efficient way. So avoid copying, guys. Lenda baloguti, you didn't tailor your response. Everything is just the same as the previous one that you did 2 years ago. Don't be lazy. Unfortunately, some people do that. And I'm just saying, keep in mind, okay? It's tempting, but don't. And the other thing, let's talk price. I know price is another big thing. Pricing perspective. If you are not given a BOQ to complete, bill of quantities to complete, what would you do when you're pricing for 20 quantities, 50, 100, 5,000? You obviously can't price the same from a unit price perspective if you're buying 10 items and you're delivering maybe to a big school. Let's say you're delivering shoes, for example. And the shoes, they want maybe 50 or overalls, then they want 1,000. Of course, the price should be different. The client must benefit from a volume discount perspective. And also, your volume discount percentage must make sense. I do have a bid pricing calculator for this, supply and delivery. Go check it out on my website. Use it. Buy it, www.roigroup.co.za. In that bid pricing calculator for supply and delivery, there is a tab where I have mentioned how to calculate for big volumes in terms of the discount that you must give. There's a formula that you apply that does not eat up your profit, but also works with the supplier. That's why you find many businesses give you stock price so much between volume this much and this much this is the price. So you need to apply the same with your clients. Don't just go in with, I bought this for maybe 15 Rand as a unit price. I'm going to apply 30% markup on it and then get it times 1,000. That's not how you should be doing your pricing. You need to calculate on a unit price, and you remember also your profit margin is not on each and every line item. So you must be smart in how you apply your profit margin. And do check out my video I did around pricing bids. I think it's going to be very helpful without going to detail around this. But if you need me to do it, please comment down below and tell me. Please tell us how to do volume discount pricing for big orders. Then I'll do a separate video for that. However, you get the concept, right? So you must align your unit rate times the quantity. And in cases where you are paying VAT, you must add VAT correctly. You cannot forget the VAT. In fact, if you see in our podcast, there's a guy Kabela interviewed. We spoke about if you are now having to pay for VAT, in terms of buying the items from the manufacturer, and you as a business, you are not yet a VAT registered company. That means that money that which you're paying to your suppliers, you are not accounting, is taking up from your profit. So what you should do is, price in a way that allows you to recover that 15% that you're paying to your suppliers. Otherwise, then it's what? It is an income taken away from you and a rather profit in those items that you will be supplying. So you need to be very smart in how you calculate this. All right. And do double check for no mistakes. Ne? And guys, sometimes manufacturers also, they do offer really good deals. If you know you've got a contract for supply and delivery of 2 years or 3 years, right? Even if it's 12 months, negotiate with your manufacturer. I mean, the other day I was advising my friend who does headboards and stuff, furniture. She used to buy material each and every time there's an order for a different color. So you see, if this is yellow, and I come and say, hey, I want this yellow, this other person says, I want beige color, blue, whatever. She'll consistently go to the suppliers and be buying those particular colors. And which is also not smart, because what happens is going to eat up your price. Now, with your manufacturers or your suppliers, for repetitive business that you've got maybe 1 year contract or 2, 3 years, you need to tell them, I have this contract. I'm going to buy so many times. These are the quantities I'm expecting to get from you. Can we strike a deal? Once I reach this minimum level of this minimum order quantity, this is how much then I need to start charging me. And when you start to see, or how man, they order more of the gloves, if maybe you're supplying gloves, or IT peripherals like mouse, those things, USBs and all of that, then you're buying more from that supplier. You say, okay, I've ordered so much, can you move my discount to this much? So you then are securing what? The profit. So supply and delivery, much as it is easy and low effort per se, because you're basically the middleman, but don't forget to not make mistakes that one will not get you that bid, or you won't be making money. People are making money. In supply and delivery. Don't forget that. And now another mistake is last minute submissions. Believe it or not, rushing to submit, it's still a thing. I still panic when I submit some bids. Trust and believe. Much as this is my forte, this is my area, this is my playground, I still panic. There's something about last day, submissions. And when it's 12 o'clock, you'll wake up in the morning like, yeah, I've got this together. Hey, when it comes 11 o'clock, you're wondering, this is not put together. Oh my God, did I forget this? Oh crap. But now what happens is your brain starts panicking and then you forget a few things. There was a time I also had forgotten to attach company profile and they wanted. And I was asked, where is your company profile? And I lost because I didn't attach a company profile. So we could still think it's a small thing. But guys, it happens. Rush hour. Don't miss a bit because we don't put enough time. So don't miss the deadline, essentially. This is the message. Okay. Moving right along. Next mistake. Poor record keeping after award. So, yes, you are awarded this supply and delivery contract. You do the work. Then, you start invoicing and they pay you. Then guess what? You don't keep records. What do I mean by records? Keep signed delivery notes. Taking photos of the delivery. Proof that you did deliver this at this time. Journaling, right? Putting or keeping records of your invoices. These are the things that are required ready for audits. Besides the audit, you also as a business, you need to have proof of this client. I used to deliver maybe watches, right? They wanted watches. It's not just you having to submit the code, Then they give you the award, the PO. After the PO, you go and order wherever, you deliver them, and then go pay a lap or you wait to get paid. No, you must have record. Where's the delivery notes? Where's the delivery book? Where are the photos to ensure that these are in good conditions? If you're buying from Take a Lot, you'll know the guys when they come to you on wow, when you're delivering, they take pictures. Obviously, it's an e-signature thing, but you must take a picture of, okay, this is the person, e-signature, done. That gets loaded on the system as what? Records. Ngoba thina, we are small businesses, we don't have such fancy systems. You must have a way of keeping record. Please don't even fall into a trap. I mean, some clients, guys, they're full of things, eh? They just implement things that you didn't deliver. Yeah, you see sometimes when they want to change you as a vendor, they'll be like, the service provider, they don't deliver on time, they are late, I want to change the supplier. Yeah? And maybe it's because they probably have preferences and many other reasons we don't know. Then they start fabricating lies about you. They never deliver on time. Where? If you say, when they have never delivered on time, show me. When I'll delivery note, time, stamped, sign. Or one would claim you delivered 50 milks instead of 60. Then they try and create an issue when you're not a reliable supplier, you don't deliver quantities that we ordered. Or one broke along the way. Or a staff member will break after maybe you've delivered, you left, something happens, or they take it or they steal the stuff. I mean, remember. So you didn't take pictures, you didn't upload and share with the clients. And if you don't even have to share with the clients, but at least for records. You see, you've got to be thinking risk management. Because people are people, things happen. And it is part of your risk register. Should I happen to go to a client and marketing was doing an event, they're doing gifts, delivering maybe promotional items. It was as simple as that. And then the next thing, one person takes whatever they felt like, by Kenya Kopogotong, Baba supply delivered quantity short. How are we going to prove if you're not doing, the record keeping? You can't. So I would say that, in the supply and delivery space, much as it's efficient, it could be quick and easy for us to get into, but you have to be smart in also how you go on about it, so that you don't find yourself in a position where you're compromised and you avoid these mistakes, right? The other thing I just want to caution everyone as well in terms of supply and delivery is, guys, don't deliver each and everything. Always pass a shop, go business how. Master something, like be an expert in something. Be a person that knows more about this particular product. You can even maybe niche and decide, I'm just doing 3 or 4 things or 2 things. But I don't think you should move from delivering machine equipment to ball pen to water, all under the same business. So what happens if, let's say, you do get more business from, say, water, right? Events, there's water and all of that. And then the other business don't do well. Then tomorrow you find yourself in trouble and your business needs to be liquidated, or there's something that has gone wrong and someone sues you and they want to come after your business. You're going to shut down the entire business because you're doing everything under one. And also, who's going to trust you? Remember, sometimes you must think, what business profile am I actually creating for myself? Much as it is correct, but build our profile, because these things need to support your business. However way you're going to position it with SARS and any other person that will ask you, what is your business about? You need to be able to say what your business is about. Hi, over Tom, Dick, and Harry, master of all, jack of all trades and all of that, and barring master of none. So please, also, I think it's important that you need to focus what will you be looking at, because in that way you'll be able to find the loopholes in your logistics and your value chain within that particular service industry or the product delivery industry, so that you'll be able to know where are your cost drivers, what influences the space, how can I master it, who are other clients out there that may need this, so that you can go in and infiltrate the market. It could be as simple as that. Let's say a complicator. And one thing is that maybe water business will be doing well, and then you're taking the profits you're making under this water business, you go and start doing supply and delivery of maybe batteries, right? Which is also good business. But batteries now have a higher risk, there's higher costs and there's more returns if something doesn't work. Now you keep using the money from this business because at least the water business, it's easy, there's no returns. I mean, you make money, but then you don't see this money. You keep pumping it into the battery business. I mean, this is just examples. I'm not saying there's something wrong with the battery business. No, example. Ne? But if you get where I'm going, right? You start then, fixing that. So which meaning you are doing what? You're taking money, you're fixing that. So you're not even giving this an opportunity for you to see where is my business case with the battery business? Actually, do I even want to be in this business? Do I have the right qualifications here, accreditations? Is it lucrative? Where can I leverage? Where can't I? Should I continue? How long should you fund this thing? You see, and the supply and delivery, money can come in, money can come out just as much. So you have to be careful and be very calculative in how you're doing it. Some people are able to do supply and delivery of goods and service, of goods, where they make 40% commission on items. Some people even 200%. I mean, you just need to find the product. So when you start positioning yourself to be the go-to, then you can milk it. Trust and believe you can actually milk it, So that's what I had for today's episode. Mistakes to avoid in your supply and delivery of goods. And please, guys, don't fall for these traps. Please do subscribe, and share this video. Leave me a comment, leave me a heart, something, say something. You appreciate the video. What would you like me to explain even more? The more you guys interact with me, the more I can actually give you the content, because I do need to answer some questions in a video format. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. And if I'm not posting, ska panika. Busy. I'll be back soon. Bye.